for the WBC International Silver title. Why? Why? Please stop it. The ring experience.
Why?
Why? I mean, just stop. Stop with the trinkets.
Yeah, I agree.
102 rounds for Garcia, 57 for Seldin. The WBC International Silver. Please. Let's go. Let's just fight. Let's be entertained. Absurd.
It really
Stop
is.
it.
It really is absurd.
He's 15-0. He's trying to step up. Let's go. And I don't know that he has that in front of him here tonight, but I want to see what he's all about. Cletus Seldin, 15-0, 12 knockouts.
I'll tell you what he's all about. He's all about aggression. He's about motion. He's about throwing punches. He's about getting in your face and your grill. And if that's good enough with the guy that he's in front of, it'll be good enough. If it's not, he'll have a problem.
Garcia tried to place a right hand. It's close to seeing if the knee or glove touched there.
Usually I see Seldin with a little lather, a little bit of a sweat going. I don't see that sweat going here. His corner, I don't know if they got him warmed up properly, but he's just not coming out of the shoot quite as quick as at least we're used to seeing him come out. Garcia has come off the floor to win. He might have to do it again. We'll see. Tell you one thing, you would think Garcia's grown up enough, mature enough to handle Seldin in his hometown. He had a daughter, Garcia did, when he was 16 years old, and a son when he was 17. So if that doesn't grow you up and mature you, I don't think anything does. So he should be, as I said, from a mental standpoint, able to handle the pressure of fighting in Seldin's hometown. Garcia was on the floor 2 times in his last fight, Joe.
Watch your heads, guys.
He has not won in his last 2 fights, Garcia, a loss and a draw. I think it's going to be a fan-friendly fight because of both the styles of these fighters. Obviously, Garcia was picked by Seldin's promoters to be an opponent on television for the local undefeated kid. Let's see, though, if the kid has read the script or if Garcia can flip the script. He does have a good win versus an undefeated fighter named Ugas, who was 11-0 when he beat him.
We've done a couple of his fights.
Yes, we have.
Couple body shots from Seldin there as he comes forward now. That opening moment when Garcia came at the blue corner, it looked to me like Seldin's knee may have touched there. I don't know if it was a clean punch, but I think we're going to take a break at the end of this first round. And I want to see how close that was to being a knockdown actually scored by Garcia at an early moment of this fight.
No, that's a great point, and that obviously that could be so important in a fight like this, especially if it was missed. Seldin has a no contest from a head clash. No shock. You see he comes in there with his head, and Garcia was cut over both eyes 3 fights ago.
I'm going to take a short break and show you that replay I was mentioning. Teddy, I wasn't out of my mind early. Watch the right hand here.
Yeah, jab sets it up, and then the right hand lands, and look at the knee. The knee of Seldin goes down. That was a knockdown. The referee missed that. And, he shouldn't have missed it. He was in a pretty good position. It's not like he was blocked out. He was over in that viewpoint, kind of the viewpoint we just had. He missed it. He just outright missed it. Right hand landed, knee went down, and maybe a drastic mistake early in this fight because, as far as on the scorecards, that's a 10-8 round. That's not a 10-8 round now for Garcia. I hope they at least gave the round, they being the judges, 10-9 to Garcia, but who knows? We'll find out later, but that really a missed opportunity there that Garcia earned with that knockdown. Should have been a 10-8 round, and that can change everything. Change the scorecards and just change the theme of the fight, because if Garcia gets credit for that knockdown, mentally Seldin, the hometown kid, who knows how that affects him, Joe? Right. And who knows how it affects Garcia coming into his home, first round, scoring a knockdown. It could really boost him.
The only excuse I'll give to Tony Cerentano is if he feels that somehow after the punch there was a pause and then there was a push by Garcia going down, but the punch was clean and the knee did touch.
Listen, I like this referee, but I think that was missed. I think that we can't get him off. We're human. You know, we have the benefit of looking at it afterwards on a video, no doubt. Maybe
some rough stuff on the inside.
Maybe boxing and the commission should try to find the way. I've been talking about this for a long time, to incorporate when it's a TV fight, obviously, and they have the video, to be able to go to the video and be able to, you know, sometimes fix something that is fixable when you can look at it. I know if there's anybody who's thinking about doing those kind of things in boxing to make the sport better, that would be the commissioner, the CEO of the New York State Athletic Commission, who's been put in here about 7-8 months ago. I think he's the best in the business. That would be David Berlin.
He's sitting directly across from us, and you can see him within camera shot.
And I know he wants to incorporate as much technology, good technology, that can help in those kind of ways. I know he wants to do that. And right now, you see the turtle defense. Look at that turtle defense. There it is. And to me, you can take it and put it in the garbage sometimes, because if you know how to deal with it and you get close, again, you're handcuffing yourself. If you go into that turtle, you stay close. He wants to punch. He's got to pull his hand back. He's got to expose himself, as we showed in the fight plan. And if you stay close, you can keep him handcuffed.
Things getting a little rough on the inside here. We come to the end of 2. Undefeated Seldin in action. Glad you're with us here on Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Corona Extra. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas here on Long Island.
Well, you always wonder if guys are ready for the moment. I would say you're looking at the scale, looking at the weight. Garcia ready for the moment. Should have got a knockdown that first round, didn't get it, but he's had a good start here. And you look at his weight, he was 9 pounds less than his last fight, which was only 2 months ago. So Garcia knows what the opportunity is here tonight, and he came in shape, ready to go with a guy that puts pressure on you all night. You got to be in shape to fight Seldin. And again, don't be surprised if you see a little blood tonight. Garcia cut over both eyes 3 fights ago, Joe. Seldin has a no contest, as I said, from a head clash. He's in there with his head.
Free him up, Cletus. Free him up.
A lot of pressure being brought by Seldin on Garcia, but a lot of pressure on the judges tonight also. Because just because Seldin's coming forward and pushing in doesn't mean he's landing. It's up to the judges to see, do those punches land? Or is it just pressure? There's that turtle again. Garcia handling it well, staying close, keeping him handcuffed, Joe.
Good moment for Garcia.
There's that turtle again. Up to Garcia, not to just throw away, but to recognize what we recognize in a fight plan and really take advantage of that turtle. There's a headbutt in there by Seldin. Seldin's not afraid to hit you with elbows inside either. You know, there he did with the elbow right there, and I heard the referee say, watch the elbow. Watch Seldin with that left elbow. He'll lift that elbow up and try to smack you, maybe create a cut. There it is again. And that's a little bit of that, you know, bump and go I talk about. You know, he's banging you with that elbow. Maybe he gets you busted up a little bit, but he's also getting space and getting you off from where he can punch. Watch that left forearm and elbow of Seldin throughout the night. He gets inside. He raises it. He bangs you with it. He gets separation with it.
Step back, please. Watch your head, buddy.
You know,
go to the Friday Night Fight Facebook page or FNFvote.com for our main event score along with Teddy and the ringside judges. Seldin's had fireworks in his career. So far, none to be found.
Take a look here. this is not exactly Marcus of Queensberry rules. What's that left elbow, that left forearm up into the neck of Garcia? Take another look right here. Oh! Wow, the referee was right there. That should have been a point. I don't understand how the referee missed that.
Break.
I mean,
watch your head, John.
I felt like I was watching a football game for a second there.
Forearm shiver.
Break, no punch.
I mean, I got to say it again. The referee didn't do his job there. And I like this ref, and I said it already. He didn't do his job there. He was standing right there. Some dirty fighting there by Seldin. And that elbow could have busted him open, could have ended this fight on a cut. It didn't, but it should not have been allowed. And again, the referee was right there as Garcia got hit with that elbow and forearm by Seldin. And then he started yelling at Garcia. That was the crazy thing. At the end of the round, Joe, you see that? He's yelling at Garcia about grabbing the head of Seldin. And Paul Garcia's saying, but what about his elbow that's crashing into my head?
Garcia's had some outings. I mean, he was knocked down after the bell in his last fight on December 20th and had an 8-round draw. And he's being roughhoused with some tactics on the inside here against the undefeated Seldin. So you're wondering how Teddy sees it early on here. 29-28 Garcia. As for you, the fans at home, scoring along on Facebook, 2-1 for Seldin.
Some good work this round so far by Garcia, with the jab a little bit, and also some good body work. And again, you know, Seldin, when he goes into that turtle, look, there it is again. He leaves the body wide open, and Garcia doing some good delivery to the body. And that's Seldin's thing, to go downstairs. There's a good left hook by Seldin. He rocked Garcia right there. Garcia's yeah, he really is.
Upper and up comes in. Remember, 12 knockouts out of 15 wins. He's looking for another one here with a minute to go in round 4.
And remember, Garcia has been knocked out once. And when he was knocked out that one time, out cold. Out cold.
His legs don't look good at all. 45 seconds to survive it. The Hebrew hammer in front of his home fans.
Yeah, the problem with Garcia is part of it is his own heart, keeping him there, but it's not allowing him to tie up.
And he's throwing
now
punches.
He tied up a little bit. That's what Garcia needs to do, Joe. Stop worrying about winning the round now. You lost it. Survived the round.
Backed up again. Johnny Garcia trying to survive here.
Break, no punching. Step back.
How Garcia got hurt, how Seldin did an uppercut, left uppercut right there. He's throwing the right hand. What did I talk about earlier tonight? Giving up defense for offense. Garcia gave up a little defense for offense. He's throwing the right hand there. The right hand of Seldin's lands first and lands clean. Left uppercut hurts him. Right hand over the top hurts him again. Garcia, for me, even though he didn't visit the floor, for me, that's a 10-8 round, Joe, because
I agree, Teddy.
He's so dominant.
No doubt about it. You saw CompuBox with the power punches thrown by Seldin landed 22 in that round.
You saw that right up, that left uppercut, I should say, by Seldin that started the problem for Garcia. And again, Garcia was looking to throw a right hand. He gave up defense for offense. He left an opening for that left uppercut.
No punching. No way.
That'll put you in front quickly, a 10-8 round. And that's exactly what it did for Seldin.
3 rounds to 1 according to the fans at home for Seldin.
As you said, Seldin, most of his fights very comfortable here. Most of his fights right here in this venue. Matter of fact, to be exact, 11 of them here.
Building up a fighter, growing a local following, where they did with Chris Algieri here.
Seldin has, in his past, had a point taken away in a fight for unnecessary roughness.
That's not shocking.
It's not really too shocking after what we've seen here early. I mean, usually that's 15 yards goes with that.
Yep.
But
there's a right hand. Seldin.
Yeah, slow jab by Garcia. And there it is again.
How did he
slow
stand
jab
up to that?
Slow jab in the right hand crashes in.
Head hunting now from the hammer.
Yeah, good, well-placed body shot by Seldin. Would be well served here by Seldin because right now Garcia's going to try to survive those headshots. He's hurt. So he's going to move his head. He's going to try to survive. The body shot by Seldin would freeze that head movement. There's the right hand again over that left that does not cover by Garcia.
How in the world Johnny Garcia is staying on his feet? That was another shot.
Oh, another right hand.
Side.
Yeah, another good right hand.
Floors a guy. This may get called here, Ted.
Yeah, and he's not grabbing. He's not grabbing. And the referee had no choice. You know, Garcia, I said it earlier, almost too much heart for his own good. You know, he's standing there, but he's not grabbing. And therefore, the ref had no choice but to stop it.
He was hurt badly 3 times, and for his own good, a TKO.
229.
Yeah, we saw glimpses of it in the earlier round, the last round, the round before that, where I gave it a 10-8 round, even though he didn't visit the floor. Again, Garcia doesn't visit the floor, but he doesn't grab. He gets hurt so much hard, doesn't grab, stays up, but doesn't help him because it allows Seldin to keep pouring right hands into that area where Garcia just wide open all night, leaving that left hand out there.
Hurt him badly in the 4th.
You know, Joe,
a big round of the left uppercut. And then the 5th, he turned it on.
That would have been a case. I'll tell you something. I talked about how Garcia had too much heart for his own good. That would have been a case where Garcia would have been better off taking a knee. You know, just going down to the floor.
Yes, gather yourself.
You know, take a knee. I mean, if you're not going to grab the guy, you'd rather grab the guy, you know, stop the flow of the fight and stop, obviously, the flow of the offense from Seldin. But if you're not going to do that, and Garcia didn't do that, take a knee, you know, take the 8 count, gather yourself, give yourself a chance to, you know, weather the storm.
Let's go back and show you how things got started and started going downhill for Johnny Garcia.
Yeah, there's that left hand. He leaves it out there. That's what I was talking about. The left hand of Garcia, he never brings it back. He leaves it out, and you leave it out, the right hand's going to get in. Take a look at the end of the fight now. Again, that left hand is down. Right hand's over the top, left uppercuts. At that point,
I like the
in bad shape. Yeah, the referee did what needed to be done. Garcia not grabbing, not stopping Seldin. Seldin was free to let those hands keep flying, so referee did what he had to do.
David Diamante has the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tony Charentano calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 29 seconds of round number 5. Your winner by TKO. He's still undefeated and still the WBC Junior Welterweight International Silver Champion, Cletus, the Hebrew Hammer, Seldin.
They've done a nice job with the promotion and working their way up the ladder here on Long Island for Cletus Seldin. 16-0, 13 knockouts. He dismissed Johnny Garcia in the 5th round. Had the action that got it started with the right hand and then poured it on, earning the TKO victory. More Friday Night Fights when we return.